Good evening, everyone. So we discussed about what is Linux, what are the features we have in Linux, and file system hierarchy of Linux. That is what we discussed in previous classes. What is Linux means it is an operating system. What is operating system means operating system is an interface between hardware and users. In order to interact with hardware components, we need an operating system. It is an any operating system. We need operating system. Okay. So we have Windows operating system as well as Linux. We have different operating systems. So anyhow, one operating system is required in order to interact with hardware components. When you purchase a PC, directly we are not working with our computer. We are installing the operating system because so without operating system, we cannot access it. We cannot work with our hardware components. So we need an operating system, right? So up to now, many of the employees, users, everyone are going with Windows operating system only because Windows is user friendly. Windows is next finish. If you want to install any applications, so just you'll get exe files. We'll just run the exe files, setup files, next finish, completes. Okay, that is in Windows. So it's easy. And if you purchased new laptop, if you don't know anything about computer also, so we don't take much time to learn because as you know, this is graphical user interface. For basic things like for creating files, for creating folders, for shutdown, we don't go for any special classes also for Windows. It may take 1 or 2 days time or 1 week time to understand what is what because it is user friendly. So if you take any of your friends' help, you can do it easily. But Linux is not like that. You know that. It is command line interface. No next finish. No auto runs. Then why Linux? Why Linux means we have many features in Linux. Okay. So we discussed about that features. Again, I will show about I'll explain about the features. Before that, I will explain some more. History of Unix. We are in Linux class. Why history of Unix means Linux came from Unix source code. Linux came from Unix source code. Okay, using Unix source code, many operating systems were developed. Not only Linux, we have many operating systems using Unix source code. And for freshers, they're asking who invented Unix, who invented Linux, that questions they're asking. So that is the reason these slides usually will show. So flavors of Unix, as I told you, not only Linux, we have different vendors for different vendors we have. See, these are the vendors who use Unix operating system. Unix source code is open. Using Unix source code, anyone can release their own operating systems. I'm repeating, using Unix source code, anyone can release their own operating systems. So not only Red Hat, other vendors also released their own operating systems using Unix source code. So vendors are like AT&T is using Swiss 3, Swiss 5 operating system. Sun is using Solaris, IBM using AIX server. No one will ask you in interviews about these vendors and operating systems, but you should know. Still, if you go with IBM organization, if you're working with IBM operating organization, internally they are using AIX server. Sun is using Solaris. Like this. This all vendors are using their own operating systems. This all operating systems came from Unix source code. And this is the history of Linux. In 1990, Linus Torvalds is the person who graduate student who invented Linux operating system, and he gave that operating system to OSF organization called Open Source Foundation. Yeah, Vinay, you paid. What about the timing? Is that okay at 9 p.m.? Vinay? Yeah, this timing is okay for you. Vinay, audible my voice? Can anyone respond? My voice is audible? Oh, fine.
Yes, ma'am. Your voice is
Yeah, fine. And ask them for the Telegram group. Most of the students are paid, no? Ask them for the Telegram group. Ask them to share the Telegram group link. So I will share the notes on the Telegram group. Fine. And this is the official logo for the Linux. Again, someone is saying something. Okay, Vinay. I'll talk to them again. I'll ask them to create as soon as possible. But Vinay, remember, if you are not attending the session, as you told, you have call at 8 p.m. sometimes, no? So if you are disconnecting in the middle or if you are attending from middle, please go through the session, recording video. And if you just follow the notes also, you will understand definitely. Do practical up to date, daily practical, don't miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Any doubts, you can ping me.
Yeah.
Fine. See, you want this course, that is the reason you paid. So remember, do practicals.
Yeah. Yeah. It collided with my team meeting. Like, so I'm doing.
Fine. Yeah.
I have to somehow need to manage this one. No issues.
Yeah.
And there's no
Try to
morning
manage.
batches for this one. Linux admin. What I saw is like for past 2 3 months, 2 months. So
Yeah.
enrolled in. Finally had to enroll here only. I requested for 9:30 p.m. but they updated like no, the slot is will be the same.
Yeah.
So
Morning batch means again it will take almost 15 to 20 days. It will take time to start morning batch.
in the morning the
Do
self
one thing.
scripting will start, I believe, not the Linux
Started
admin one.
already. Started already. Now
Already
do
no
one thing.
Linux.
Go through this session, Linux
Mm-hmm.
administration. You just go through this. When morning batch starts again, I will let you know.
You if you can club me in that also, then it will be very good
Sure,
for me.
definitely. I will add you in there
Linux
also.
admin. Hmm. It will be good because the
So just
meeting
but
time I cannot
attend
join.
these
Somewhere it will
classes.
be problem. Hmm.
Yes,
If
that's
some
why.
query.
Attend.
Hmm.
Yeah. So just follow attend these classes. Once shell scripting finished in the morning batch, we'll start Linux.
Yeah.
So I will share that
And
link. Even now
yeah,
in the
please.
morning
Hmm.
when shell topics were started, I will let you know. You can attend that also.
Yeah, that also I missed half of the classes.
Yes, that's why.
But I actually after my office and all, I come reach home at 4 a.m. and
Okay. So it is.
at times it's very difficult for me to get up and then 7 a.m. That's
Yes,
why.
yes. Evening only better for you.
Evening. And this
Mostly,
timing will be like,
mostly nine. We're gonna start shell scripting in the evening batch, maybe at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. like that around.
okay.
So I'll let you know. At the time you can attend.
Please.
Now we are gonna start soon. Now in 2 3 days we'll start.
Hmm. Any day
So
classes is there all
yeah, day class
daytime?
also there. But you are telling that day class for you it is somewhat difficult to attend 7 a.m.
No,
No.
day means not morning like day, no? Like 9, 10, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. like that. Because my office
Well,
is from like 6 to 3
okay. Yeah,
evening
if that
US
class
time.
starts also, anyhow you will be in touch only. No, I will give you the
Hmm.
links.
Yeah, fine. Please.
All the possible links I will share. So when all the links I'll share, whenever possible for you, you can attend.
Yeah,
Try
yeah,
to
great, madam.
complete.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You can carry on.
Yeah. Fine.
Ma'am, when did the actual class will start?
Come again. You said something.
When the actual class is going to be start?
Tomorrow I will show OS installation. Once OS installation is started, means daily labs will be there.
Okay. So from when it is
So
going to be start?
yeah, when it is going to?
When is going to be start?
Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Okay. So the classes will be start from tomorrow 9 p.m.
Yes, 9 p.m. So just wait a moment. I'm getting call from office. Hello. So these are the Linux distributors, distributions of Linux, not only Red Hat Linux, we have different distributors for Linux. So these are the distributions of Linux. See, like in router, not only Cisco, we have D-Link, Juniper, we have different vendors, right? Same like that here also. We have different distributors for Linux operating system. One more is the Kali Linux. It is also called Hackers Linux. And these are the versions we have in Linux operating system. How we have versions in Windows, same like that we have versions in Linux. But there is no version like server client. Then what is the difference between these free editions and commercial edition? Means starting they released all the free editions only. After from the year 2000 they started releasing, 2003 they started releasing commercial editions. Commercial editions means here also operating system is open, free only, but they will charge for the technical support. In organizations, if you want technical support, you can go with commercial editions. They'll charge for the technical support for that. So these are the features of Linux as we discussed. Open source code we get along with the operating system, and we can modify the operating system as per our requirement. In Linux, we can do multiple tasking at a time, and also multiple users can log in at a time, and can be installed in any hardware architecture, and with least hardware environment also we can install Linux. And next, from normal desktop PC to supercomputer, operating system is same. There is no separate operating system for server and client. So scalability. And no downtime, 24/7. No need to restart the computer if you do any changes. That I will show practically also. So Linux is secure because inbuilt IP tables are there. Means firewalls are there. And Linux is secure because it works with command line interface. Those who know commands, they only can configure. Linux is secure for every user. Password authentication is compulsory. Without password, we cannot log in into the computer. And Linux is secure. There is no, it doesn't support exe files. No next finish. No auto runs. And Linux is secure. We can encrypt a file by assigning password. And Linux is secure. There is no set of files. Everything you'll get as a configuration file. These are all points I will show practically in the further sessions. All the points I will show. N. Installation I'll show in tomorrow's class. And this is the hardware requirement for Linux. For command line interface, 512 MB RAM is required. For graphical user interface, 1 GB is enough. And processor, dual core processor, nowadays we are using for graphical user interface. If you have previous practical also, processor also less than 12 core, if you have also, you can go for this. Okay, then hardware space means hard disk space 10 GB minimum is required. And these are the recommended partitions. What are the compulsory partitions? Means forward slash and swap are the compulsory partition. Forward slash is compulsory because it is a parent directory. And swap is compulsory. What is swap means? It is a virtual memory which is used to increase the speed of physical memory, RAM. Slash boot is recommended to avoid wastage space. Slash USR and slash var are recommended in server machines. And slash home also recommended partition only. And file system hierarchy means directories what we get along with the operating system. This all I completed. That is the reason I'm just giving overview. Forward slash is a parent directory or top level directory in Linux. It is similar to C in Windows, C drive in Windows. It contains subdirectories. So what are the subdirectories means? Below are the subdirectories. Directory means folder. Okay, so first one is root. Root is the home directory for super user. As a super user, you logged in into computer and you're creating any files or directories. The data by default, it is going to store under root. If you want to change the path, you can change the path. And next one is home. Home is the home directory for normal user. As a normal user, you logged in into computer and you're creating any files or directories. The data is going to store under home. And once a user is created, it automatically creates a directory also in Linux, where it creates means under home. And boot contains bootable files and kernel. Has been contained super user commands, the commands which is created by super user. That commands are stored under sbin. Bin contains normal user commands, the commands which can be executed by normal user. That commands are stored under bin. I'm repeating. Forward slash is the parent directory or top level directory in Linux. Okay, it contains subdirectories. The first subdirectory is root. Root is the home directory for super user. If you log in as a super user means administrator. If you log in as a super user and you are creating any files or directories, the data is going to store under root. Home is the home directory for normal user. As a normal user, you logged in into computer and you're creating any files or directories, the data is going to store under home. Boot contains bootable files and kernel. Has been contains super user commands, the commands which can be executed by super user. Bin contains normal user commands, the commands which can be executed by normal user. USR contains default applications, applications which comes along with operating system. Var contains variable files, means log files. System log files are stored under var. Dev contains devices information, means partitions information. In Windows, we call partition. In Linux, we call device. In AWS means we call volume. Everything is same. Only terminology, name is different. etc contains configuration files. System configuration files are stored under etc. OPT contains optional applications, applications which comes along with operating system. That applications are stored under OPT. Media contains external devices information. External hard disk, external DVD writers, pen drives, this all information is stored under media. Okay. Up to version 6, MNT contains partitions and their mounted directories information. Which partition is linked with which directory? That information is maintained by MNT. And next one is run. Run contains external devices information and kernel information from RHEL 7 version. Versions may change, but all the commands works same. Okay, and most of the Unix flavors commands are same. Only view is different. Most works with the same option, same commands.
Media also the external devices, right, ma'am? Difference between media and run.
Sorry?
Difference between
Vinay, come again.
media and run.
Media and run both are used to maintain external devices information. Media contains external devices information up to RHEL 6 version.
Uh-huh.
Run contains external devices information from 7 version.
Oh, also bootable files now all located in run.
Bootable files are located in boot only. Run contains kernel. From RHEL 7 version, run contains kernel. Up to version 6, run boot only contains kernel. Boot contains bootable files and kernel. From RHEL 7 onwards, run contains external devices and kernel information. Are you getting?
Mm-hmm.
I'm repeating, see. /boot contains bootable files and kernel up to version 6. Media contains external devices information up to version 6. And from version 7 onwards, boot contains bootable files itself. Run contains kernel and external devices information from RHEL 7 version.
Okay, got it. Can you brief home once more?
Home is the home directory for normal user. As a normal user, we logged in into computer and we are creating any files or directories. By default, the data is going to store under home. And in home, once we create a user, it automatically creates a directory also in home directory. In home.
If I create directory on my name like /home/Vinay, like something like it will be.
CD space /home. If you see here, I have a users, Ali, Jack, Jerry, John, Tom. These are the users I have. So for every user, it creates directory also. When you log in as a particular user, say for example, see, when you log in as a Tom user, now you are in Tom account. So present working directory /home/Tom. So under /home is there, home under Tom is there, right? So now if Tom user created any files or directories, the data is going to store under Tom's directory.
Tom's home directory.
Now, su space Jerry. Now, if you see, I logged in as Jerry, right? Now, if you see /home/Jerry, if Jerry created any files or directories, the data is going to store under Jerry's directory.
Okay.
Now, if you see in home, Jack, Jerry, John, Tom, Ali, all are there. Individual, for every user, there is a directory. When the user logged in and is creating any files or directory, the data is going to store in the particular user directory. See, when Tom logged in, where the data is going to store in Tom's directory only. When Jerry logged in and Jerry is creating any files or directories, the data is going to store in Jerry's directory. These all are under home.
Okay, fine.
Is this clear?
Clear.
Done. So other students, is there any doubts? Is this clear? Fine then.
Again, this /home user, all details will be present in that /etc directory, right? /etc/password, swd.
/etc/password contains user's information.
This /home/jack or /ali.
See, /etc/password contains user's information, the users which we created. etc contains configuration files. All the configuration files are under etc. So password is one of the configuration file, which is in etc, which is under etc. We have many configuration files. So in that, one of the configuration file is password, which contains users information. We have many, So in that one is password.
All this config files is present in which directory, no?
Sorry?
Oh, cd etc. No, okay. You have done cd etc, then
Configuration
ls.
file stores under etc.
And then you have done ls, right?
Yes. There I give ls.
Okay, got it.
I'll show this etc/etc/password in user administration.
Yeah, we can carry on.
Yeah. So this is for today's session. In tomorrow's session, I'll show how to install the operating system. So thank you for the session. We'll meet tomorrow.